This is episode number 21 of Breakfast with Sergio, and today I want to talk about the 3 types of mentors that you'll ever need. What are the 3 types of mentors that you will ever need in your career, in your art career, or in your life as a person? So that's the topic for today. And before I go into that, I just want to say thank you everyone for the messages you've been sending. Also, thank you so much from Houston, Texas. Last episode 20, I asked everybody, to tell me where you were joining from, and it was pretty awesome. There's friends who watch from all over the United States, from Europe as well, from Asia, and it's just pretty awesome how technology allows us to be connected here live. Although some of you may not be watching it live, for example, somebody that watches live from Italy. Although it's not breakfast for them, it is breakfast for me right here, but still we can share on the content that I want to share with you. So my friends, today, if you're just joining right now, I want to talk about really fast, really quickly, on the 3 types of mentors that you'll ever need in your career. And for this, I have my breakfast here today, which today I made. It's a round tortilla, it's a corn tortilla, lightly fried on the pan, and then it's got an egg in the middle. And then in the middle of that, the inner circle, that is guacamole with queso fresco. Super good. And actually, the reason I made this breakfast is because it's a great illustration for what I'm going to talk about today, the 3 mentor types that you'll ever need in your life or in your art career. So here we go. Hear me out. What are the 3 mentor types that you'll ever need in your art career? It's very simple. Imagine that this is you right here. This is my breakfast, right? So right in the middle, in the inner circle, is the guacamole, right? So that's you in the middle, and the guacamole, that's your inner circle. And then we're gonna go around. There's 3 circles. The first circle is guacamole. The next circle is my egg, and then the last circle is the tortilla. So the first circle, the first type of mentor that you need is a mentor friend. And I've been talking about mentors for a long time. I actually did a long video on mentorship a while back, but I'm going to give you the summary of it. The inner circle is we all need a mentor friend. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for those who are joining now, sending messages or waving at me. So the first mentor type that you need out of the 3 mentors types that we all need, the first one is we all need a mentor friend. A mentor friend is somebody that you can call on the phone and say, hey, let's have some coffee. There's something I want to talk to you about. Your mentor friend, a lot of times you don't think of a friend as a mentor, but a friend could actually be a mentor, because your friend, if it's a true friend, will have your best interest in mind. It's the person that you can join for breakfast or for lunch or go to the movies, and then after that go and get some coffee or get some drinks, and you can talk about some idea, something that's going on with you, and that person will give you his or her best advice, because that person has his or her best interest for you. So we all need to have a mentor friend. Again, somebody that we can trust, that is in our inner circle, somebody that you can call on the phone really quickly and say, hey, let's get together. There's something I gotta tell you. There's something I want to talk to you about. So that mentor friend, that's your inner circle. That's, like I said, in my breakfast here today, if I'm illustrating it, in the inner circle where the guacamole is, that's your mentor friend. Now the next circle outside of that, where I have here my eggs, the next circle of the second mentor type that you need is what I call the mentor advisor. Mentor advisor, this is not the person that you call on the phone and go to the movies with. This is not the person that you call and say, hey, let's go have some coffee, because you are not that close of a relationship. But the mentor advisor is somebody that maybe you have worked with in the past, or that you respect in your industry. As an artist, maybe this will be a curator you have worked with, or a galleries that you have worked with, or another artist that you respect. And that could be a mentor advisor to you. It's not somebody that you call and say, hey, let's go to the movies, but somebody that you can call and say, hey, I have this quick question to ask you. I have this something to ask you, and I need some advice on this or that. We all need mentor advisors, and I have some of those myself. When I wanted to open up my art gallery, for example, back in 2004, I didn't know how to do it. I was new on it, so I called a few people, some people that I respected, I called a friend who had an art gallery and said, hey, I'm starting my own art gallery. Can I meet with you for a few minutes and help me out, give me some pointers? And he was gracious to do that for me. So we all need that type of what I call mentor advisor. So that's the second circle, right? So we're talking about today why you need three types of mentors in your life, in your career. The first one is your mentor friend, inner circle. Second one is your mentor advisor, somebody who you can get to, somebody who you can access to with quick questions, but it's not necessarily your buddy or your best friend or somebody you go out in the movies with. Just somebody that you have access to, that you respect in your industry or as an artist or in your career, whatever. The third one, which will be in this case here, as I look at my breakfast, will be the tortilla, right? So there's the three circles in my breakfast. There's the guacamole in the middle, then the eggs, and then the tortilla at the end. So the tortilla, which is the third circle, the outermost circle distance from you in the middle, that's the third type of mentor that you ever need, and that is the mentor coach or the mentor expert. This is somebody who has written a book. This is somebody who has a coaching program. This is somebody who teaches a class. This is somebody who has certain expertise in a particular area that you want to get better at, that you want to know more about. And this is one that a lot of people, kind of shy away from. They feel like, oh, if I take a class or if I accept help from this or that person, that means that I'm weak, or that means that I'm not, as smart as I should be. That's absolutely not true. When you look for this type of mentor in the outer circle, the mentor coach, the mentor advisor, it's because you actually want to get better faster. You want to get better at what you do much faster than if you were trying to do it all by yourself. Here's a good example. 3 years ago, I wanted to start my podcast. I hated my voice on anything that was recorded. I just hated my voice. I still don't like it, but anyway. So what I did is I can learn by Googling things and watching YouTube videos, or I can learn a lot faster if I go and look for some of the top podcasters in the world and see what they have. And that's what I did. When I wanted to start my podcast, I looked for that mentor, coach, advisor at the end of the circle, right? The third type of mentor. So what I did is I went online. I found the top, one of the top podcasting personalities in the podcast world, and he had a coaching program. So I signed up for it. It cost me a lot of money, but I signed up for that. And that's how I got my podcast launched really quickly and with great quality, great sound. And because I took that program, I got over my fear of speaking in a microphone. And now, as you see, I'm doing now this live breakfast with Sergio, right? 3 years later, and I feel great. I don't feel anymore that fear of clicking the go live now button. Thanks to that coach, thanks that I took that class, thanks that I looked for that mentor in that area of life that I wanted to get better at. And I've been a mentor also to many artists for the last 3 years or so. And I've been helping artists, get better at the things that they need to as well. So these are the three types of mentors that we need, my friends, in our life and for all aspects of life, not only for your art career, but for any aspect of life. So to review them really quickly, the three types of mentors we need is the mentor friend, right, which is the guacamole right here in my breakfast, the inner circle. The mentor friend, the one that you can call on the phone and say, hey, let's have some coffee. I have something to tell you, or I need your advice or your opinion, right? Somebody who can give you their best opinion. They might not be the expert on that field, but at least will give you their honest opinion because they care for you. The second mentor that you need in life is the mentor advisor, the person that you respect in your industry, in the art world, in your career, or whatever other area that you may want. And you can access them for a quick call, for a quick advice, for a quick email. This is not the person that you're going to take a lot of their time off because you don't have that close relationship. And the last one is the mentor coach, right? The mentor expert, the person who has a program, who has a book, the person who you may or may not know personally, but it doesn't matter because they have already all this information ready for you to have and ready for you to consume and be part of. So that's all the three types of mentors that we all need. And a person could be, a mentor could have more than one role. Could be a mentor coach, but it's also a friend of yours, or it could be a mentor advisor and also be a friend of yours. So this is what you need. And the reason I picked this topic today is because I'm meeting with one of my mentors. I look for mentors in various aspects of my life. So today at 3 o'clock, I have an appointment with my spiritual mentor. And I have a spiritual mentor because that's a very important part of my life. I believe I need spiritual mentors that can help me stay centered and focused in the inside so that I can then give out to the world, so that then I can provide and give to those who I work with. So I have a meeting today with my spiritual mentor. And here's another thing about mentors. A mentor, it doesn't have to be a Yoda. It doesn't have to be like a really old person. A mentor could be much younger than you, but it's somebody who's smarter in a specific area of life or the career or professional career. So, for example, my spiritual mentor that I'm meeting today, he is much younger than me. He's a millennial, right? But that's his expertise, and he's great at it, and I love him. And when I go there, I have a great time. And when I leave that meeting, I feel more centered. I feel much better, and then I can go on and do what I need to do as an artist and as a friend to others and so on, and give to the world. So, my friends, I hope you have a great day today. I hope this helped you. Look always for those 3 types of mentors in your life. And if you do that, if you look for the mentor friend, the mentor advisor, and the mentor coach or mentor expert, you will have really, really great opportunities to advance forward in your life, because you have people that can help you get there.